Hey guys, what's going on? A Button Games here, back on Diablo 3. I know it's been a while, I've been super busy, plus I've really been playing Persona 5 a lot, and unfortunately I can't really do much in the way of streaming or uploading that because they're really nasty with their copyright takedowns and stuff like that, so I've just been trying to avoid that. I'm a small enough channel as it is, I don't need to bring any sort of negative attention to what I'm trying to do here. So today, sorry if you heard that in the background, I have two cats and they're absolutely insane. So today what I want to talk about is the new patch, the 2.5. I say new, I think it might have come out like a few weeks ago or something like that, but it's relatively new in the scope of the game, right? So you guys know what I'm talking about. So with patch 2.5, they did introduce quite a lot of stuff. So the main thing that they introduced is the Season 10 stuff here, as you see. So it says Season 10 in progress. So basically what the seasons are is they're kind of like separate characters from your normal game, similar to how hardcore mode is separate from your regular character. So if you want to play hardcore mode, you have to start a new character. Same thing with seasonal. If you want to play seasonal, you got to make a new character, you start from scratch. But there are some very good benefits to doing that. So as we look here, well actually probably easier just to do this. So as we look here, we have Season 10. So you have all of these objectives, you have to complete all the objectives prior before you unlock the next tier. As you see, it goes all the way around, right? So, you look at these objectives, and they're really not that difficult. Because this is the first time I've done seasonal on PS4, I've done it on PC a lot. But because it's the first time I've done it on PS4, I don't have any characters in the seasonal, like leaderboards and rankings here. But, you know, you do these things, you know, reach level 50, kill the Skeleton King, kill Sadea, you know, all these things, raise the Mystic to level 10, raise the Jewel, raise the Blacksmith, socket 5 gems. So this is all relatively easy stuff. Then you unlock the next tier, and what you get for doing these things is you get pretty good rewards here. So let's see here. I don't know why that's showing me for chapter 5, whatever. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Yeah, okay, so it's labeled wrong up top. But yeah, so this is chapter 1. Looks like you get the portrait frame for this and the little pendant thing that like sticks up out of the ground. That's pretty cool. If you do chapter 2, you get some pieces of set gear based on the class that you're using. So it's pretty cool. And then basically, if you were to do all of these, you get the complete set of that. So it's a really cool way to get a complete set without really having to farm for it. You might have to, I don't want to say you'd have to farm a little bit for some of these objectives, but you definitely have to work at them, so chances are you might get a piece of the set as you're doing it, but that's okay. And then as you get down here, these objectives and stuff like that can get a little bit more difficult as you unlock them, but you know, that's kind of the basic idea behind the season stuff. You kind of create a new character like this. As you see here, now when you go into hero creation, you have all these different options. Normal Diablo, if that's what I usually play. We have hardcore, I do play that occasionally. And now we have the seasonal hero and hardcore seasonal hero. Of course, hardcore being the seasonal version of regular is to hardcore. So, you know, if you die, game over, right? That's pretty cool. Now, another thing that they did add into this game that came with the patch, this kind of goes back to stuff that I said I wasn't super thrilled with how they were kind of implementing new gear into the game, but you know, I'll see how it works out. I'll take it how it is. So if we go to the leaderboards here, and if I go to Greater Rifts, I should be able to, let's see. So if we just look at one of these people, you'll notice something immediately different about the outline of this fist here, Crystal Fist. Now if you look down, this is a Primal Ancient Legendary. So Primal Ancient is a lot stronger than Ancient Legendary, which is a lot stronger than normal one. So if you were to look right here, got a lot of bonuses on this thing. 1,000 dexterity, 1,000 vitality, and then the 400 extra dexterity from reaching that despair rank 80. That's another thing. That's pretty cool. So I'm sure most of you guys already know about all that. But it's not limited to like legendary piece of gear. It's, as you see here, we also have it on a set item here. So I think that's pretty cool. And it looks like, no, I don't have any of these yet. But by the looks of this, it looks almost as if they have kind of set stats. So they have 1,000 dexterity, 1,000 vitality, and maybe, well, the critical hit damage is coming from the socket there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I don't know if you can get it in other pieces besides... Oh, wait. Yeah, you can. Okay, so it is available to get in things other than weapons. As we see here, we have a Primal Ancient Legendary Ring. That's a lot of dexterity for a ring. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So, yeah, that's like really, really good. So, alright, anything else? Can you get it in... So you can get it in rings and weapons. You don't see a lot of them because they literally just came out. I'm just scrolling through real quick, see if I see any. Yeah, you don't see a lot of them other than that ring that we just saw, and the few weapons. So once I start getting some of those, I'll definitely, you know, be looking to kind of post about those and see how I feel about how those things are. So I think that the seasonal is kind of a good direction for the game to go in because it gives people kind of a reason to, you know, not only make another character to kind of re-experience the game, but also gear towards certain, you know, other objectives and things like that as they're kind of progressing throughout the story and stuff like that. They can unlock other things on the side of just the regular stuff that you unlock. So I think that that's a pretty cool little addition there. I'm just gonna do what I always do. Just pop into a Rift here. Kind of rant a little bit. So the channel's been a little slow recently, as you know, a lot of you probably have noticed. That is because my personal life has been really, really super busy. Oh, whoops, I forgot which character I was on. My personal life's been really, really super busy, and you know, I'm just getting ready to move and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of work. Fuck! Get away from the door! Damn it! It's been a lot of work going into getting all ready and stuff to get everything ready for the move, as well as finding out where the hell we're even moving and stuff like that. So it's been kind of a lot of big decisions happening, as well as, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 and stuff like that, and work kind of takes up a lot of my time. This obviously is not work for me. Unfortunately, I would love to be able to say that this was my work, and you know, I could make video game videos for people to watch and enjoy and have fun. But you know, I'm not I'm not that guy yet. I'm not sure if I'll ever get there, especially with the state of YouTube as it is. You know, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the stuff out there about how, you know, is YouTube purposely killing certain channels? Is YouTube trying to make it more difficult for channels to grow and stuff like that? And you know, I have my thoughts on that, but I mean, I don't really think it warrants my opinion, because it doesn't really impact me either way, because like I said, I'm a tiny little channel and I'm not looking to well, it would be great to have growth. I'm not, you know, I'm not looking to be a channel with a bajillion subscribers, and you know, that's a lot of responsibility, and I work a full-time job and I don't have time to upload a video a day or something like that, like a lot of those bigger channels now do, is upload a few videos a day and stuff. So that stuff's pretty insane if you think about what they're able to do. I barely have time to make one video and edit it, let alone a video a day or 2 videos a day, so those people are just straight nuts. But aside from that, you know, now that we're kind of getting more of a sons of bitches. I know exactly what happened there. Now that we're getting kind of... I'm not really using my epiphany or anything very well either. I'm just kind of fucking around. Now that we're kind of getting a glimpse into maybe the future of this game, it almost appears as if maybe we were right in our initial prediction that they might be running out of ideas for this game. You know, I was worried that they're just going to keep increasing stronger versions of the same gear as kind of a way to compensate for making higher difficulty levels. And I mean, I think that the release of the Primal stuff kinda indicates that that's where it's going, you know? So they took legendaries and they're like, okay, we need stronger gear, so instead of having to make all these new sets and stuff like that, we can modify the current set bonuses to make them do more damage. And then we can also introduce this ancient set stuff, which basically is the regular stuff, just with higher base stats. So it's not even like the set bonuses or the regular stuff, like if it's a legendary piece of gear that has a special effect. It's not even like that stuff is impacted, which I would love to see, by the way. But yeah, that stuff's not even impacted. It's just higher base stats, It almost looks as if that's what they're going for with the Jesus Christ, legendaries for days. It almost looks like that's what they're going for with this ancient stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what's next for Diablo in terms of how they can re-spark the interest in the game and how they can add a whole bunch of new content without all the recycling. It's the recycling of the content that's getting a little old and it's a little worrisome. So hopefully with the release of the Necromancer coming up soon, they will make some pretty big changes to their game, and I'm really excited for that, and I hope that that's what ends up happening. So I'm not going to do this whole riff, guys. I just want to talk for a minute and stuff like that, and play a little bit and let you guys know what I've been up to. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know down below. I'm usually pretty quick about answering your guys' questions. You know, if you have a question about like how to get a certain legendary item or something like that, I've made a few videos on how to do that, basically using the cube to upgrade yellow items of that same type. So a question I just received was how did I farm this Lion's Claw? Well, what I did is I spent all of my blood shards on fist weapons here, and every yellow fist weapon I came over here and I upgraded it. You're guaranteed to get a random legendary fist item as long as you put a yellow fist item in, and eventually I got the Lion's Claw. And then, you know, you could either reforge it to try to get an ancient legendary version, but that takes a lot of materials, or you can just keep upgrading because that stuff's easier, and eventually you'll get an ancient one. So that's my quick take on that, but definitely look for some of the other videos and stuff that I have if you have specific questions. If you can't find it, or you know, you don't have time to go through and look through other videos, do feel free to post a question in the comments. I'll answer back as best I can, but sometimes the answer a little bit more complicated, so it's easier to explain over the course of a video, which is kind of what I'm doing here. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Be on the lookout for more content. If you liked it, drop a like on the video. Feel free to subscribe if you guys want to see more. Check out some other content, and thanks so much, guys. Until next time, see ya.